Two other women have come to him with claims similar to Stormy Daniels.
They are not fully vetted, but there's at least two that I think are on solid ground. And I think that as the evidence rolls out over the coming months, disclosures are going to be made that my client was not alone as it relates to these payments.
What is he, powdering his face with Crisco? You hear that? He made the announcement about the women while also saying he hasn't even vetted their stories. That's grade A legal work, ladies. So when is Avenatti going to crawl back under his rock? The party panel is back. Kristen Tate, Marie Harf, and Brooke Goldstein. Brooke, you're a lawyer.
Apparently.
Go ahead.
Allegedly.
Go ahead.
Not vetted hearsay. I mean, that's ridiculous. He wants that show on CNN so badly, but he practically has a show on CNN, doesn't he?
Yeah,
isn't he the most?
They're not paying him, but according to one report, he's gotten $175 million worth of earned media coverage.
And hasn't he appeared on CNN apparently more than any other guest in recent history, like 160 something times? There's something wrong with that. Okay, when CNN is giving a platform to a guy who's basically making a big deal out of nothing, alleged consensual sex between two adults. Yes, one of the adults happens to be the president of the United States, but this is what he's peddling on, and this is what we're talking about. This is CNN is giving this the most coverage out of everything that's going on.
Yeah, that's why Nicholas Kristof went on CNN and said, you guys better start reporting some actual news, because this brand of obsession doesn't do the world and this country very much good at all.
That's true, but I will say Michael Avenatti is a character. I actually love him on TV. I think he's like trying to play Trump's game, and he's actually doing a pretty good job of it. He clearly gets under the president's skin, and he has brought forward issues that the public has a right to know about. The public now knows that Donald Trump told 4 or 5 different stories about the payment to Stormy Daniels. Now, that in and of itself isn't groundbreaking, but it shows the president doesn't always tell the truth. I think the American people have a right to know that.
Okay, but to the right, do they have a right to know that to the point of obsession? Because there are plenty of things to be obsessed about. Did the president abuse power and launder money? Those are very important questions. Is this the venue with which to explore them? Not even close.
They all could be related, though. And
they all could not be related, too. That's the problem.
That's true, but Michael Cohen is in the middle of all of this, and I will remind people that the Trump team prolongs the Avenatti story by putting out Rudy Giuliani to tell story version 16 about Stormy Daniels. So Michael Avenatti's playing Trump in his own game, man.
It was a dark and Stormy Daniels, but I still don't understand why you would give that person so much airtime, which when you compare it with President Trump and Bernie Sanders, it's insane that you give that guy so much oxygen.
Yeah, and I think Avenatti is making a mockery of his own client and this story by this media circus. But this really speaks to CNN's priorities. I mean, they continue to put this guy on even though he has nothing new to share. But I really think America's just rolling their eyes at this point. And this is why CNN's ratings are in the toilet. This is boring stuff, seeing this Avenatti guy on every day.
Yeah, no, it is boring. And there are really important issues, and we should be asking ourselves, like, how can we come to peace in the Middle East?
Exactly.
And if I were at the royal wedding, what would I wear?
That is the most important question.
I mean, come on. I mean, these are critical
Why wasn't I
issues.
invited to the royal wedding?
But he has raised serious questions about the president's finances, about possible violations of federal elections law, about the president lying to the American public. He's an imperfect venue for this.
Yeah, then don't give an imperfect venue so much of the limelight, because he's turning green and turning everyone else green with nausea. And by the way, Scaramucci just tweeted, the show is not happening.
I really wanted it to, man. A bottle of wine in that show.
It would have burned out fast,
Good
though.
Thursday night, man.
No, I mean, I think
the mooch is legit, though. I like the mooch.
Yes, he's a very generous young man. And he got me lovely tickets to the inaugural ball, and for that I will be forever grateful. But, you know, I do think that he doomed his own political career. That's okay. What a Freudian slip.
Oh,
wow.
Hello.
But you know what? If I were sitting on $1 billion, I think I'd be okay with it, too. Brooke, last word.
Avenatti, he also leaked someone's financial information that was called Michael Cohen. That wasn't the Michael Cohen. So he's unethical.
Well, he obviously also has a vetting issue. If he hasn't fully vetted these women, and he didn't vet the Cohen banking records, then he should spend a little bit more time legalizing and a little
needs to
less
fill the
time
airtime on
bloviating.
CNN.
He's beating Trump at his own game.
He's not, though. He's not beating
He's
him.
going to. Mark my word, he's going to.
He is not beating him. He has not beaten him yet, and there's no Avenatti collusion that has been proven thus far. Thank you so
God.
much, everybody. All right, glorious. Coming up, the United States and China. Back at the bargaining table, the Wire White House economists screaming at each other over what to do. Tim Carney has all the economic gossip you crave. Next.
For my constipation, my doctor recommended I switch to Miralax.